Hey everyone, welcome back to another Aerocrafty maintenance video. Today I'm going to service a nose strut. First thing you want is a can. Doesn't have to be this, but it is nice. You got some 5606 or Aeroshell 4. You want that, and then you want about a 1/4 inch inner diameter, preferably clear tubing, because you can see bubbles and fluid that's going into the strut. So first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna pop this little cap off. Oh, I'm filming a video within a video, so this thing has been quite the project, but be looking out for that. So once we got that cap off, we're going to take our little handy dandy valve core remover tool, and we're going to, so there is no pressure in this strut right now, but I'm going to go ahead. What you would usually do is just press and maybe not have your head in here, because it might spray out fluid and get you all messy. But you know, you just want to press that. Little. Oh, look! It had a little bit of air pressure in there, so it did squirt out a little something. But so you blow the air out, let it loose, and then we're gonna twist a reel. Take this out. Very, 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 very important to let pressure completely out before you do anything on the strut. Very first thing you should do. Well, actually, very first thing you should do is get the airplane jacked up, or put weight on the tail to get the front tire off the ground. You want that strut completely extended before you do anything. And this is a full service. Usually you'd only probably service it with nitrogen, but this is a full service fluid and nitrogen. And sometimes you might have to take off the front tire if you don't have enough clearance to do things, but luckily we have the plane completely on jacks, so it's high enough. So yeah, strut's completely extended. I'm going to make sure it's completely extended. That's the first thing. Second thing, let all the nitrogen out until it stops hissing. And take that valve core out. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take our little 1/4 inch inner diameter hose. I'm going to slip it over there. Just like that. So we're going to press the strut up completely. And it's kind of hard with this one because it's got brand new seals and everything in it. Okay, we're going to bring it down, and it's going to suck fluid up. If my hose was in fluid. And you're going to keep doing this until you don't see any air. You're going to see when you're going back and forth, you're going to keep doing it until you don't see air anymore within this line. My hose is being very rebellious. I kind of got to start over because it came out of the fluid in the can here, so it sucked a lot of air into the strut. So I got to do it again here. All right. So once you are sure that you got no more air in that strut, is you make a successful suck by pushing down. You suck all the fluid in with no air going in, and then you want to push it all, and then you push it back. You push it back until you have about 1.5 inches of strut of chrome showing, and then you go ahead and hold it there and throw in your valve core. So I'm gonna demonstrate that real quick. Hopefully that looks good. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but here we go. Pressing. All right, now we're going up. About 1.5 inches. Valve core in. There you go. Yeah. So we'll get all this out of the way here. And now it's time for nitrogen. Usually just take one of these. Yours might look totally different, but you just screw it on there. You know, just screw it on there. Ta-da! Okay, so it's always a very dangerous thing to be working around a very high pressure bottle here. First thing you want to make sure is you're dealing with nitrogen here, which we are. You want to make sure this is screwed all the way out. Well, no tension on it. You can feel it. There's no tension on this. So we're going to open the bottle. Lefty loosey. Here we go. (2,000 psi). Oh dear. Okay, so now you see this. We got 500 psi, 1,000. So that's one. The marks. We're looking at the red here. Looking at the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 100. Hundreds. So we want just this needle just to be at 100 psi, the first mark there. That's where we want it. To 100. There it is. 100 psi. Let it sit there for a second. Back it out. And off. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to do it today, but I will show you on this airplane right here. Let me just take this off real quick. Look at this little baby channel locks. Double check the bottle's closed. Let's take this over here. Alright, so now we're going to simulate if that plane was on the ground, which we have this plane that's conveniently on the ground. And we just serviced the strut. So this strut's a little bit high. I don't know if it's because it's been towed in here. Alright, yeah, that's a little better. Just a little bit. So theoretically, we've taken that plane off the jacks. We've set it on the ground just like this. And the strut is way up like this. Strut's way tall like that. And it'll always pop back up. Like when I pull it down, it'll go back up to here. That means you got too much nitrogen in there. And you need to just let a little bit of nitrogen out. You press that valve core and go psh, 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 and then you try it again. You do this. And every time you do that, it'll sit a little bit, it'll return to a little bit lower on this chrome here. And then you go psh, 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 and then pull down again. It'll get lower and lower, and then you want about 2 fingers or 3 fingers of chrome showing. So you just hold your fingers up, right there, and you got 3 fingers of chrome, you're good. There is recommended chrome showage on airplanes, like service bulletins, service manuals and stuff. But usually, generally, 3 fingers or 4 fingers of chrome is perfect. Don't forget your little cap. That's how to service any old aircraft strut. I do not recommend doing this by yourself right off. If you're learning, if you're new AMP, definitely have someone there to double check and watch over you. Struts, I gotta say, struts and tires are some of the most dangerous items on an aircraft, because I mean there's a lot of volume in there, and just 80 psi can send this thing. Some struts don't have rings that hold the chrome in, the bottom fork in the chrome, so as soon as, like, if you were not to let off the pressure out of that strut there and you just took off the torque links, that thing's gonna go boom. Take a hand off, take a foot off, launch the airplane. I don't know. It's definitely very, very violent and loud. It's never happened to me, but I've heard stories. My boss had one go on him, and I think it like dented the hangar door, and then the other piece went through a drywall wall or something. So always be careful around struts and things like that. All right, thanks guys for watching this episode of Aircraft Maintenance with Aerocrafty, aka Andrew. T6 Texan. That's what that is. Anyways, but thanks for watching. Love you guys. Oh, and subscribe.